Mm, that's tough. They was down there disrespecting you in your own stream. God damn. That's crazy. Look, I'm talking about play. They always be playing with that nigga top. Who that shit? See?
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore.
It just worked like crazy.
Should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking
I don't know, cause Top be running it. and I'm talking about it worked so crazy where it's like a nigga could be upfield ready to be ready about to tackle.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A beautiful fake. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
You can script to diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
That is not. Well, I'm on my own game. Stop. 804. That is definitely not me. I would never put 804. My number is 850.
Some might
Well, my
say it's
name is
cold. Others, like
GA68 Cutlass,
myself and my
the
partner, we
realest.
say
So
this
what's
is
up?
football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in
Well, what's
Baltimore.
up?
Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Why is your analysis shit like that, Pope? Right. But you know, niggas trying to blame me. You know, everybody, you know, niggas been trying to discredit my name all day today. You know what I'm saying? But you know. Yeah. I don't know.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Stafford going to change it up here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Justin Madubuike able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very low.
That's tough.
Throwing is Stafford. Shakes off the sand. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A solid run in there as he tucked in Rand, but he's still short of the marker when it's 4th.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded
Oh my God.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Real niggas run commit on first down.
Ravens come up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They'll run it again with Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson.
Back. Oh my God.
He finds the rookies.
What?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The Ravens at 7 and 5 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
2nd down and 6 now.
What is that?
To throw is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Less than a minute to go here in the scoreless first quarter to this point. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them, run fits. Everyone was in the right place.
Second and 9.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been
No, but who was that was boosting their players' height and shit, and they changing their stats? Was that who? I remember that. I remember that. I remember that shit. So sister had COVID because of what?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Nah, that shit was funny as hell.
LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's probably as simple a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions.
Nah, that shit was hilarious, bro.
With no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Who won?
On first down, here's Breida.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners,
That was a crazy game.
the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
And now Stafford's going to move him around.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this
damn,
game.
Justin Herbert, 36?
And the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers.
Yeah, that play cool down shit would have killed me.
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, yeah. I can't do all that.
Now Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Oh! Take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught. For Ravens touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Timothy.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage.
How the niggas in the NFC be 11-1? That's crazy.
Great shape.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The handoff, running left, Henry.
I had to get used to the team, folks. Like, I had to get used to them. I had to see what they could do according to my scheme. You know what I mean? Then I had to implement their scheme, figure that out. There were a couple close games lost because of it. You know what I mean? But now we have figured it out. So you know what that means? Do you know what that means, Pope? Okay, you don't want to talk. You don't want you playing Call of Duty for real. Yeah, I know you can't multitask. That's how the young generation is. They can't multitask. You can't do 2 things at one time. You got to concentrate on one thing and one thing only. Barely. You got the car, so I don't know why you know what I'm saying? Why? Oh, you got to focus. You got to breathe. You got to hold your breath. Then hit the trick. Oh, who you with? Who you? Oh, you with Tom. Oh, shit. Tell him to breathe in. He'll kill down there, goddamn, by at least 2 of them.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's
tell him to breathe in. That nigga, breathe in here, block the air, block the sun.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Justin NLBtoo drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Henry up the middle.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Room past the 35. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 22. Stafford.
And that one complete downfield to Cup.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Stafford now to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Stafford.
Touchdown, Rams.
Oh, they won't let me get that.
Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down.
And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. A give to Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How many times we see it? I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now they're in the hurry up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Play action. It's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
No, we changed it. We changed it.
Jackson. That is caught, and he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
Hey, come on.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down, Los Angeles.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
From the 50, Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford looks to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Oh, what a move. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 149 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A toss left, Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
Go get it.
A nice
Go
play
get
design.
it.
Touch pass looked good at the start,
Huh?
but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not
What?
just scouting, but now
What you
executing.
smacking? What you smacking your thigh for?
After having worked on it all week in practice, they drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a handoff to Henry. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
That impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second down, a run with Breida. And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Marr, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just Complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Calls.